Well, back to Under Oath. I'm Attorney Jeff Kaufman, two attorneys arguing. Now, people think because sometimes we agree that we're not arguing. These two don't sound like they're arguing. You can't argue about everything. We're not married.
We can argue about everything.
We don't, though.
Well, no, that's true. We don't argue about everything.
See, we just agreed that we don't always argue.
We don't always argue.
So that person left already.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they tune in to watch us argue.
Okay, Labor Day.
I would imagine that would be boring for people after like the 10th or 12th episode because I never lose. You always lose our arguments, so I don't know why they keep tuning in.
You don't read the comments on our page, do you?
No, I'm bothered with the comments.
No wonder why you think you win it all. Okay. Labor Day. First off, I'm going to say something. Do you deserve to take a Labor Day holiday if you've been sick all week?
Really?
I'm just saying, if you're a business and a person's been out all week, hey, also take the Labor Day weekend.
I agree that's suspicious.
Feels a little suspicious.
But, okay, listen, I'm still sick. You're lucky I'm here.
You're so lucky fortunate. I'm
here,
so
actually.
fortunate.
Did you have someone's filling my spot?
Yeah.
For
Morgan.
Really?
And you know what? A lot of good comments.
Oh my gosh. Did she do better? She can have my spot.
Yeah.
She wants my spot. She can have it.
She didn't want it. She goes, the chair feels funny. I said, well, he takes a lot of space. There's a big indentation.
Yeah, she doesn't take up much space.
No, she's tiny. But Labor Day, let's get into this. Labor Day weekend. Most people have no clue what it means. They have no idea. They go, oh, it's because I work. No, it's because in the 1800s, we screwed our railroad workers so badly that they went on strike and they gave them a day.
Are you sure that's how it went down?
The Pullman strike.
Yeah.
No joke. It's Pullman. It's not
Pullman.
A sexual reference.
You're not pulling my leg.
No,
right
I'm not
there
pulling your leg.
Okay.
I'm not pulling anything else either. It was a strike. And they go, so the labor unions go, you're going to have to give us something. And Grover Cleveland, not from Sesame Street, for those who...
My man Grover?
Grover goes, you know what, guys? You're right. You've been screwed over so badly. I'm going to give you 1 day a year. Are you good? Yeah, we're good.
Well, they had to have gotten more than that.
1 day.
I'll bet you there's some labor laws that changed too. Probably something that had to do with working conditions.
I don't know. My Spanish, I'm working on it.
Working conditions. I bet you working conditions changed as well. I bet you the 1 day off was just a frosting on the top. Well, I mean, maybe they didn't actually change, but they changed on paper. I mean, we had something that we could aspire to.
You know, we didn't have the internet. We had no internet. We had no nothing.
Yeah, how do people know anything
So
back
nobody
then?
knew anything. What did you do? It took like our Constitution. It took 2 years for everyone to sign it. Everyone who signed our Constitution, 2 years. I got to get the paper to them.
Yeah. Well,
they didn't have DocuSign back then.
Yeah, you have to read it too. So.
No DocuSign.
It takes a while to read it. If you don't want to read it.
If they could read, half of them probably couldn't read.
All the people who signed it? No, that's not true. People who signed it definitely could read.
I don't know. There are a lot of people in power who were idiots. But yeah, so Labor Day exists solely to make up for us treating workers crappy.
And what do we do on that? So
we still do that, though.
We still treat workers crappy.
We still
just
do
give them a day off.
To satisfy people. We just give them a federal holiday. Here's a federal holiday.
We gave our people a day off.
Yeah. A lot of people. I'm 1%.
Should we not? Are you advocating that we roll back the Labor Day?
I think our federal holidays are all screwy. Because you know who really got screwed?
The presidents.
Asians and Hispanics.
No, Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. They used to have their own separate days.
It's called President's Day.
No,
they're still included.
No, it used to be Lincoln and Washington's birthdays.
Stop it.
It used to be different.
Stop it.
Why do you roll it into one?
So at least you get split it up. There's no Craig Day, is there?
What does that have to do? It's less holidays.
No. They added one. They took one. It became Martin Luther King.
Oh, did they is one of those Martin Luther King Day now?
They swapped it out.
It just so happened.
Not the date, but I think they swapped it out.
Oh.
So President's Day became 1 day.
Instead of having Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday,
we
got President's Day and then Martin Luther King.
Now, who really got screwed were the Hispanics. Hispanics and Asians who make up a huge, but they don't have a holiday. And don't say Cinco de Mayo. I swear to God, if you say it.
Cinco de Mayo.
It's not a holiday. It's Quavo Gold's way to sell more alcohol.
Let me set you clear, and let me set the internet clear. Cinco de Mayo is when Mexico obtained its independence.
No, you are so wrong. Cinco de Mayo was a battle of Puebla.
I know I'm wrong. I'm saying the thing wrong on purpose because it's funny that we think that.
Mexican independence was September.
What's funny, though, we know it's not true. We know it's not true, but that doesn't stop it.
Who knows?
Americans generally know that Cinco de Mayo
Americans
isn't actually the day Mexican won its independence. We just decided that. How powerful are Americans? We tell you what your culture is.
Do you think we decided that?
We tell you, oh, hey, by the way, you guys over in Mexico? No, your actual history doesn't matter. We'll tell you when your Independence Day is. That's some.
Who do you think made that up?
Who do you mean?
Who decided that was going to be a big day?
I don't know.
You want me to tell you?
Sure.
Tequila.
Oh, tequila made that a big day? That's tequila.
They sell more tequila on Cinco de Mayo than any
Mexican
day.
Tequila? Was it a Mexican company?
Cuervo. Well, I'm sure they make some of it here.
Jose Cuervo that's a Mexican company. You sure?
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
You're sure it is?
Sounds like it.
It does sound like it.
It does sound like it. I'm playing the odds.
Yeah, but Cinco de Mayo sounds like a real legitimate
It was the
Mexican
battle.
holiday.
The sad thing is this. You know why it's not? Because
what is actual Cinco de Mayo? What is the 5th of May to Mexico? Is it anything?
Yes, it's called the Battle of Pueblo. It's a big battle in the Mexican War.
When did they actually get their independence? It was some...
September something.
Yeah? Okay.
It was in September. I guess people don't drink as much in September
we have
as they
Labor
moved into
Day
May.
in September.
Yeah, they didn't want to...
Yeah, our September's all full of Mexico. Sorry. We're going to have to celebrate your independence on another day.
And we don't have a single Asian holiday.
Single Asian holiday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any off the top
The
of my
Asians built our railroads. They suffered. They were put in encampments. And we don't give them anything.
Labor Day?
Stop it. That was in the 1800s.
Well, you just said they built the railroads.
No, that wasn't for those guys. They're for the Irish and everything else.
Oh.
They trust me. They weren't. Our country did not care about the Asians in the 1800s. So that's basically that. Now, the reason why I thought this is important, because we have another new topic to talk about. We got to talk. This was just handed to me, and it's a big thing going on in our country right now. It's dealing with the Florida crash of the person the undocumented immigrant who somehow got a license. Barely spoke English.
You're doing the politically correct thing on our show.
Today,
the undocumented
Yes.
immigrant. You mean the illegal alien?
Okay.
What is wrong with saying the truth? Guys here illegally, right?
There's a lot of things because we don't say handicapped anymore, do we?
Well, I didn't know we weren't supposed to. Oh, well, I still do.
We don't.
Why not?
We don't use the word, and also we don't use other words that were okay back then. Just a couple of years ago, for example. I'm going to say the word. It's offensive as hell because the word that bothers me the most is retarded. We don't use that anymore because we realize let's try to be a little more sensitive.
You're talking about how language changes over time.
Yes.
And what's interesting about that is that word, the R word that you just said. I'm not saying out of respect for you because I respect you. So I'm not going to say it, but that was the euphemism. And before that word, they were just those types of folks were called dumb.
Well, they were called
deaf and dumb.
It came from the word
and so they're like,
retardation.
hey, we should, you retard the timing belt on an engine.
Do you know how it changes?
That means you slow it down.
But you know how it changes? You know why that word became out of
because people take the new euphemism and then that becomes the new slur. They say it as a pejorative. So so it's backfiring. Every time somebody tries to change a word, and the R word's one of them, it ends up backfiring because the new, supposedly inoffensive word becomes the pejorative. That's the insult. And then it's true. Then eventually it's used so often that you have to change that word to something else.
You think we're going to change the term special needs?
Yeah. And not too long. And I guarantee you, there's a 4th grader right now going, what are you, special needs or something? And he's going to say it like a pejorative. And everyone's going to start going, we shouldn't use that word. They don't need and that's how the world works.
So here's the thing. And I agree with you. When enough a-holes walk around and use something as a negative, we change it.
Yes.
So now you know why illegal aliens have been changed. Because enough a-holes use that term that now we changed it.
But it's a legally and factually precise term.
So was retardation.
So who are you trying to respect? The person who broke our law to come here? Is that who are you trying to make sure you don't offend?
What I'm trying to do is it became so negative over a period of time that there's a hate attached to it. Or there's a disrespect attached to it. And that's why we change words eventually.
Yeah, but I think that hate comes from the tone. You can say it in a certain way. The way I said it, it's not a problem.
So why don't you just call it an illegal?
If you say it, you can say whatever. You can say whatever
so we can
word.
Adjust it.
If you say it with the wrong tone, it becomes an insult.
Well, let me get back to the issue.
Like I could call you strawhead. Hey, you strawhead. It's a made up thing. It sounds like an insult because because of the way I said it.
Yes. Congratulations. You just created another thing to be offensive.
Strawhead.
Okay. They'd figure out, they go, he must be talking about white people from South Dakota.
Yeah.
See, that's how that happens. Somebody will eventually look over at their friend. They go, oh, there's that strawhead SOB right over there.
Yeah.
And that's how it happens. So let me get back to it. So people are more upset about this undocumented worker or illegal alien, however you want to refer to him, because they feel he should not have had a license. They feel he should never have been able to drive the semi, and he caused the death of 3 people.
Okay, I agree with they. He should not have been on the road at all. The guy can't read English, cannot read road signs. If you can't, and this isn't racist. It's not any kind of ist. It's just the truth. If you're going to drive an 18-wheeler on a road, you have to be able to read the road signs. You have to be able to read the road signs. What are you doing on the road with a rig that big without being able to read the road? That is instant death. Those people in the van, they had no chance.
What I will agree with specifically concerning this, it's pretty simple. We do a lot of accident cases. We've done a lot of trucking cases. And the amount of information that goes into actually driving and understanding roads and understanding the rules and the laws that you have to comply with would require some form of education, at least it be in English, most likely, if you're in an English driving country where the signs are going to be in English, where the different rules are going to be in English. Yes, California and Washington allow you to take the test in Spanish, which is probably the craziest thing because all of our signs outside of California are going to be most likely in English. Yes, there are some places that mix them, but most of the time they're in English. And that this person didn't have the ability.
Well, hold on. Because if he can read the sign, but he can't say it in English, but he can say it in his language, I don't care if he can say, that's a no U-turn area in English. He doesn't need to be able to say it in English. He needs to be able to say it in the language that he speaks, though. And he needs to be able to recognize the road sign that it's commanding him not to make a U-turn there. But that's not happening. They don't recognize the signs at all. And they drive the way they drive where they're from.
I just saw another accident that happened a couple of days ago. Same thing. English-speaking driver. Now, was the accident caused because he didn't understand something, or was it just simple error? See, in this scenario, I don't know if this guy's U-turn was made because he didn't understand a sign or he just made a mistake. Semis get in accidents all the time, and most of the people who we've gone after spoke English perfectly. They were U.S. citizens. So they caused accidents without having an issue with the language barrier. So until somebody says to me or proves to me that the reason this accident was caused was not just because he was negligent, but because he didn't understand, then it's hard for me to agree with the status being the reason for the cause. I guarantee in the next month, we're going to find a lot more about this case and the facts and the companies that employ these people, because we know one thing, and this is why people hate lawyers, but they really shouldn't. The 3 people who were killed by this driver, I can promise you, have personal injury attorneys. And these personal injury attorneys are going to get every fact, every issue. They're going to find out how this guy was hired. They're going to find his management. They're going to find out how he passed, because they're also supposedly suing the state of California for licensing this person. And the one thing about being sued and having attorneys who sue people is safety measures get increased. Stuff that, like this company, for example, who hired this guy, if they wind up having to pay a $10, $20, $30 million settlement, I promise you this, they're going to get better on hiring. And that's the way it goes. We'll be back in a few.